And we're rolling. So today's the 20th of September, 2023. And I'm heading to Lloyminster. There's the Million Man March for Children. So I'm heading up there, see what's going on. I did see the Zoom video that was leaked. All these activists getting together, LGBTQ union people, all that, organizing counter protests. So imagine, they're going to send people there to argue against parents that are concerned about these policies in schools, teaching them all about transgenders and homosexuals and lesbians and everything. And my question is, why do they need to learn that stuff when they're small? A lot of these teachers are teaching the kids LGBTQ indoctrination, or they're indoctrinating those children actively, and they're not even hiding it anymore. So it's time for people like me and normal people to just stand up. I have kids, I have grandchildren too, and I've already seen what the policies have done to some children in these from the masks and the vaccine mandates and so on. I mean, kids, imagine a child having a heart attack or a blood clot. It absolutely, it makes my blood boil when I think about it. These poor kids, when I was a kid, I didn't wear a mask, I have to take a jab or anything. Why should they have to? What's changed? Only thing that's changed is government policies, that's all. And big business and big pharma. And now this whole transgender thing, that's becoming very big now. It's been around for a long time, but now it's coming to the forefront. And a lot of people, maybe if you're watching this, you might not know any transgender people. I do. I worked in a big city, and I worked in the film industry, which is, they're the avant-garde. They're always pushing the envelope, as you know, and that's pushed through media. I stopped working for them because I'm thinking, what am I doing here? They just make propaganda. I figured that out over the COVID lockdowns. I kind of knew it before, but now it's totally confirmed to me. And anyway, I know 4 transgender people that are transitioned from a man to a woman. And let me tell you what, man, it's not pretty. Sorry, it's not. We had one, she was coming in to work on the coffee truck. Nobody wanted to go onto that truck, so we'd go there and grab a sandwich or grab a coffee. Nobody wanted to go on there. Because this woman was absolutely, I'm sorry, disgusting. Just disgusting. And so just everybody kind of stayed away from the coffee truck. And we had a transgender, she was, this was in the 80s. And I'm not going to say her name, but this one hired a contract killer to kill somebody that was teasing her. Yeah, that's a true story. Never got away with it, but she tried. And another one, she was just young, a guy transitioning to a woman, young guy. And, what a mess. I'm sorry, she was a mess. That was, and again, I won't say that name. And there's another one, a guy come in, he decided he's a woman and he was wearing fake breasts to work. And nobody could say anything to him. And he changed his name to a woman's name and was wearing these fake breasts at work. Hello? What are you, crazy? Anyway, the four transgender people I know, I guess my point is that something was wrong. I mean, really wrong. And the transition didn't help them. That's my point. And we're allowing this to be taught in our schools, and our children are being encouraged to transition if they just feel like it. Really? Little kids like to play roles. Little kids like to experiment with ideas. But eventually they'll come to the conclusion that, yeah, I'm a girl or I'm a boy, right? And encourage them to change their genders and their pronouns and all that. And having to remember people's pronouns, it's just complicated. And obviously, the people that, that believe this they're just brainwashed. They're just indoctrinated into this whole thing, thinking that somehow they're going to get benefit or power or something from this whole agenda. But the truth of it is, the controllers, they don't care about transgender people. They don't care about anybody. All they care about is themselves and their agenda. And all you guys out there thinking that this LGBTQIA plus or whatever you call it is a great thing to push on people, no, it's not. You keep your sexual identities to yourself, right? That's why I like Vladimir Putin. Ooh. He made it illegal to have gay parades in Russia because he used to have them there too. And it's illegal in Russia to promote any kind of sexuality in public at all. Like you can't sell beer with boobs. You know what I mean? You can't do that in Russia. Sex is is a private thing between people. And whatever you do, that's your business. But what I don't like is trying to push it on us. It's like my friend that drove that truck in a gay parade in Toronto with a 45-foot long penis on the top of it. That's not a joke. That's true. They did. And who was marching in front of it? Well, our mayor of Toronto at the time was John Tory. He was there proudly marching in front of this great big penis. And that penis was just there to symbolize that these controllers are sticking a great big, up our rear ends. Here, bend over and take it. And I know that's kind of a gross analogy, but it's true. That's what it was. That's their humor, you see. Yeah. And these teachers and these school boards all need to be fired. All these ones that push this stuff, they need to be fired. Because honestly, if they didn't have that job, they'd be, serving tables or maybe driving a cab or something. They wouldn't be doing anything very important. You know what I mean? So they got jobs, well-paying jobs, and they're in a union so they can, voice their opinions. And it has some sort of weight, eh? I'm in a union too. And I'm ashamed to say that my union sent me an email yesterday saying that if I wanted to take part in the anti-protests, in other words, if I want to support the homosexuals and the lesbians and that indoctrination to our children, I could join the protest. I sent them an email back telling them that they should be ashamed of themselves, the president and the executive board. They should be ashamed of themselves, what they're doing. But what do you expect? They're a bunch of woke liberals, left-wing liberals. And there's nothing as stupid on this earth as a left-wing liberal. They're so dumb. Animals are smarter than they are. Like, way smarter. They're so dumb. They'd allow their own children to be transitioned in school and think it was great. The kids could go through transition surgery and, oh, isn't that nice? Little Johnny wants to become Jane. Isn't that sweet? Yeah. Can you imagine getting all that surgery? And then going, yeah, it doesn't work though. Like, I'm not a woman. This doesn't make me a woman. Well, we never said it would. You can pretend to be a woman, but you can't. Okay, buddy? You guys that think that you can transition to a woman and you think that that's going to be great and you're going to feel wonderful and all, no, you're not. It's just going to cause you a lot of pain and problems. And the worst pain you're going to feel is the psychological pain once you realize that you got duped. Okay, I've arrived and they have a parking lot all set up for us. And I think they're walking over that way for this march. Yeah. Looks like a pretty good turnout. And they say to be here around 10 and it's not quite 10 yet, so it looks like more people will come in, which is good. Okay, we're here. So here's our counter protesters right here. Yeah. Well, nobody's got painted hair though. Huh, that's good. I don't see them getting a lot of traction unless you get some professionals out here. It just looks like locals that are. Yeah, it is. It says there, inclusion in education, not indoctrination. Haha.
If you can't hear, pile in, and I'll try and reach a little deeper here. And we have a few housekeeping items as it starts to get more and more people. You know, there's barricades on that side. This side of the highway or the road is for the police. We got to make sure that it's clear, so nobody plays over there. Make sure the kids don't go on either side. That's why the barricades are set up. Bathrooms are in the Legacy Center. Please be respectful, but they've given us the opportunity to use those.
And the reason why I'm here is I'm in favor of things that can unite all of us. And I'm very grateful in particular to the people in the Muslim community who are very, very vocal in supporting and in helping to unite us here, because there's a banner that we can unite under, and it's a Canadian flag. It's a belief in God and family and country. And I think what is great about this is we need to look at what unites us, or what unites us, and not what divides us.
All religions are Canadian.
Yes. So what I want to say to you,
your Christian religion's bull. It's because you're the problem.
No,
if they're not talking to you, you're the problem.
No, I know.
You're not at
So
fucking touch.
this is the thing we're talking about. One of the things we're hoping to have is a peaceful demonstration where we get to talk.
Don't touch.
And that's what we want. So next, we got an economics freelance speaker and theologian, Tanner Naday. So here we go. And folks, don't let them get close. I want you to pull in.
Speech, right? Just
You're
like
my
Ottawa.
shield.
You guys
Be it.
didn't mind
Get
in
in
Ottawa.
Don't allow them to take over this day.
That's right.
We organize this. This is us, not them. Let them shout out there.
Real moron.
You're a hater.
Hey, so you're not scared?
You're a hater,
They'll
you're a
burn
hater.
in hell. They'll burn in hell. They'll burn in hell.
You will.
They'll burn in hell.
I was close to the mic. I want to tell you a story today about a man named Daniel. Daniel is being taken to Babylon.
Come here, Cooper.
And it's there in Babylon, after being led to Babylon,
Wow, this is starting to turn out a little bit wild here.
that Daniel is told by the Babylonian leaders, by King Nebuchadnezzar, we're first going to send you to a government school.
Youth matter!
To learn what it means to be a Babylonian.
Youth
You're going to
matter!
become a Babylonian. In fact, the Babylonians went so far
Queer youth
as to
matter!
change Daniel's name from Daniel.
School system, and I'd ask you to join me with that.
Absolutely. Okay. Back to it.
Off-roading it now.
So we've got quite a crowd here, actually. It's really nice to see. Oh yeah, the Royal Canadian Mounted Thugs. Should be the RCMT. Bunch of order followers. This is good. Cool. It's not even a really warm day, it's cloudy and everything, and still we got a good turnout. So there was some activists there, anti-protesters, counter-protesters, I guess. There's one guy that was pretty loud. I got a bit of that on video, but he was just a professional crisis actor, probably.
Want a Canada flag?
Being paid lots of money to do it. And the better he can stir up the crowd, the better he's going to get paid, likely. Little tricks. Took the license plate off my truck too, so they couldn't take it down and then dox me later. Okay, we got this side of the street down there. People on that side. getting lots of support by people driving by. The counter-protests are not getting much support at all, which is really great. And who'd listen to them anyway? Nonsensical.
No, but listen in on it.
Okay, but do you attend them?
I have no need to.
Okay, so where do you get the attitude?
We can hear them all singing.
very well, but she's not allowed to sing anything.
No problem.
My
Okay,
biggest
well,
question is still, just explain to me what you're protesting.
Oh, I'm just...
Because we're just here because this is the way we feel. And we expect that you respect that, and if you don't, that's fine. Well, maybe
then I'll leave my reasons for being here now. I'm not here for...
We're good.
Yeah, I noticed the
Sounds
red
like
shoes.
conversation's over. You have nothing to share, you just have information.
Well,
Yeah, that's
fine.
And I
That's a
appreciate
kid.
your opinions if you have them.
No, I just think you guys should vote. Sit on the boards, make your choice.
Totally.
In a dangerous time.
Hey, they got food here and everything at this place. We got music and people are starting to move in. This guy's actually pretty good. A little sound there, a little feedback, but it's he's doing great. Got a few really good songs already. Yeah, one of our heroes on the rushing somewhere. Probably going after somebody that was going 5 kilometers over the speed limit. Okay, so just got back from Lloyminster from that March for Children, and it was a good turnout. I gotta say, there was a guy there playing the guitar a little bit. He was pretty good. But I noticed a lot of there's people that do podcasts and things like that there. But it was really great to see a lot of just regular folks from around the area were there, and they were very concerned about their kids. And of course, there was a few activists that were pretty loud, but it wasn't too bad. That some of them yelled and tried to yell us down and stuff, but yeah, they were outnumbered. There was maybe at the most a dozen. And I'm sure there was a few plants in the crowd too, I would imagine. But nothing happened, and it turned out pretty peaceful, and I think a point was made, I hope. Anyway, and there's one transgender there, guy. And I noticed when I pointed out the red shoes, got people looking at the red shoes, and because you can't tell me a transgender that's into that LGBTQ stuff doesn't know what the red shoes stand for. So I noticed that he tootled off pretty quick.